Let me tell you really quick about the Afghan story. Look at how beautiful this is. Look at this. Look at how beautiful. Actually, like that. Oh my goodness. Look at this. This is handmade. This is a handmade Afghan. It's perfect too. I like it. I believe her name is Jean. And you know what I like is the center color is holly, or it's yellow. But if you spell holly backwards, Y-L-L-O-H, yellow. Look, my favorite color. And it's right in the center. So today I was asked to go help someone, so I was able to be woken up in the first place. They weren't able to wake me up. I think it was last week when they needed help. They couldn't wake me up. But this week I was able to wake up and help someone. And I heard of a lady having a flat tire and that she had been there for a while. I was like, so I went out. When things settled down, I went out to the vehicle and I took a look at the tire because I fix a flat in my car. I'm always getting flats and I travel, so I'm prepared, or try to be at least. So I thought, wow, I'm not fix a flat, can't help that. Her tire's off the rim. So I went over to her car and I was like, fix a flat's not going to repair that. But when I saw her, I looked at her and she was crying. And I was like, oh my God, are you, well, when I first approached her, I said, hi, are you okay? And she's like, oh, I'm so upset. I told my husband I thought the tire was getting low. Now look at this. And she got out of the car and I could see she was shivering. And she couldn't move the car. The tire was off the rim. We walked around to the side again. And I said, fix a flat won't fix it. There's nothing I can do. And she was so upset. She's like, oh, no, no. I said, listen, your rim, there is not damaged whatsoever. Like, there's no damage. And I was like, do you know how I know? I was like, I've had 50,000 flats in my life. Some have had severe damage, and some were just flats. I was like, you just have a flat. You didn't do major damage. It's just the tire itself that you'll have to replace. So it's really not as bad as you think. And I was like, why don't you come in so I can get you a cup of coffee or a cup of tea? And why don't you warm up? Because it's freezing outside, even though the sun is out and it's really windy. So she came in. And I went and I said to her, she got a cup of coffee, I think. I said, can I get you anything else? Do you want to sit down? She was like, no, no. I was like, okay, well, let me know. And she waited inside for her husband. So I guess she may have been there, I don't know, an hour and a half, a long time. And I've seen her around town, I believe. Well, anyway, she went to go leave, but she came in. And she was holding this Afghan. And I was like, can I help you? And she goes, my friend gave me bags and bags of yarn, and I knit and crochet. And she goes, I crocheted 4 blankets. 4 blankets. I'm always putting 4 hearts on my diary when I give my ruminations and my confessions to Yeshua. And she goes, I knitted 4 blankets and or crocheted them. And she goes, I'd like to give you one. She goes, you were so nice to me. She goes, people aren't nice anymore. I was like, oh, sweetheart, I'm humbled, but really, I don't deserve this. I only offered you a cup of coffee, and I was like, I was happy to do it. Really, I was happy to do it. I wanted to see that you were okay. And she's like, no. She goes, I want you to have it. And then she told me about 2 experiences she had where she was trying to help someone and a second party misunderstood her helping the first party, and there was a little bit of altercation. And she goes, I was just trying to help this person, and a third party misunderstood. I was really just trying to help. Um, and, um, and she told me about a second situation. And she goes, Holly, people really aren't nice out there anymore. And she goes, thank you so much. And I was like, oh, I'm so humbled. I'm so grateful. You have no idea. When I parted with my possessions back at the beginning of, well, no, I parted with my possessions November, November. I think it was October 2015 of my possessions. And I went and I stayed in South Carolina for 2 months, November and December. And then I came back home January 2016. So, anyway, I parted from my possessions, and I never thought to grab the Afghans that my grandmother had made me and my sister. And so I was parted from them. And this woman, Jean, came in and gave me an Afghan. I don't know why I have the chat room up because this is not a live stream. Forgive me. So, this she gave to me. I was like, oh. I'll keep warm now. It'll help me. I can't turn the heater on because Keeper's always like, so I can keep the heat off. Like off, completely off. And the downstairs keeps the pipes warm, so I'm fine. And then I can just use this to keep myself warm. I'm so grateful. Praise be to Yud Hey Vav Hey for Yeshua HaMashiach. And I pray blessings for Jean, her family, and her fur babies, and everything that she does in Yeshua's name. And I pray to see her again. I'm sure I will. So, I love you guys. Thanks so much for allowing me to tell my story. I'm so humbled and grateful. You have no idea. Like, this is so huge to me. This is huge. She made this, and then she just handed over her hard work to me. Like, oh, I'll ever be so grateful to her. All praise to Yud Hey Vav Hey for Yeshua HaMashiach. All right, guys. I gotta rock. Bye.